Let's talk about building a healthy relationship with food. Hey guys, welcome back to 5NothinG100Nothin.com. I am Fuggit, and that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Guys, I want to talk to you about your relationship with food, okay? Whether it's, obviously I'm not a qualified therapist, and you can use this for information purposes only. And it's just like locker room talk, water cooler talk, but I've got a lot of experience over the years, both personally and professionally, having or people's dealing with addictions to food, right? So in a gym setting, you've got people that come in and they want to look better, feel better. They come in for health reasons, cosmetic reasons, want to look better in a swimsuit, for vacation, for a wedding, to attract a partner, to win back a partner, all kinds of reasons, right? Everyone has their deep-seated emotional reasons for wanting to lose body fat, build muscle, whatever. And so what happens is, all the information is out there about nutrition, about how to eat properly, nourish your body, and, balance your calories so that you get the result you want physically, right? So you look a certain way. And what happens is there's people that are real A-type personalities. It's like, just tell me what to eat, I'll write it down, write a diet, and I'll just follow that, and that's all. And that's very few people that can do that, because the truth is, we eat for many reasons. We don't just eat for nourishment and to get a body composition goal, to reach a goal. People eat for because they're stressed. They eat for taste. They eat to be a people pleaser, to make mom or dad or grandma happy, whatever. Culturally, food equals love. There's a lot of things, a lot of reasons. So it's always a very complex, multifactorial issue to deal with. And, there could be deep psychological reasons why. Maybe you're stuffing your feelings and trying to, numb the pain, escapism, which is why people might use drugs or alcohol as well. And I've always thought, like, any kind of eating disorders or issues with eating, unhealthy relationships with food is a very tough issue to overcome, because you have to learn to live with food, you can abstain and get away from other addictions because they don't really serve a use in your life. Nothing. You don't have to have alcohol, you don't have to have drugs, you don't have to have, gambling, whatever it is, right? But eating is a different one. It's because you still have to eat every day to survive, to keep the body going, keep the body alive. So it's one of those things that you have to deal with. You can't just go to a detox center or some type of a help group and then stay away from it. It's impossible to do that. So looking at all of that, it really is a very interesting subject, one that trainers tend to stay away from. They don't like to dig really deep on this. One of the reasons I like to dig deep on it is because I just have a real interest in human behavior and patterns, and also a real heart for those that are dealing with eating addictions. And I myself had, I guess technically it could be known as labeled as an eating disorder, but really I think it was just a time in life when I was trying to figure it all out. Growing up, not really knowing a lot about nutrition or having a family that encouraged healthy eating behaviors. We ate for taste, big Italian family. You showed love through food. And, it was just definitely something very foreign to me when it came to eating for health or eating to try to change, a body type or how you looked. So, all of those things I overcame through, making better bad choices, knowing that a chicken breast was better than a hamburger, or, abstain from pizza and, stick to, mostly fruits, vegetables, healthy whole grains, and protein. And it did wonders. I felt better, I looked better. It changed my whole life. It allowed me to have the confidence to approach women. It gave me the confidence to get into a professional wrestling ring and a little tiny Speedo like spandex and feel comfortable. And just the way other people look at you, treat you, is very different when you're in shape. So that spawned into a real hypersensitivity to eating the cleanest, best foods I could, and having very few free days or cheat days, to then having no cheat days and getting my body fat, below 3.5%. And now starting to have like signs of malnourishment because of not getting enough fat, not getting enough calories, and then swinging somewhere to the middle. And what I noticed, it was a very slow evolution or progress to always being hypersensitively focused on food, whether it was what I could have or what I couldn't have. And finding that over time, I realized when I looked back, I said, I'm not really thinking that much about missing or sensationalizing pizza or birthday cake or ice cream or McDonald's, or fast food, I should say, in general. And it was a really slow process. And never, I guess my tips are, if you're in that state, one of the things, if I could go back and tell my younger self, is when you're focused on food so much, trying to solve this problem and find that happy medium where you can live your life and not putting either a gold star or demonizing and hating yourself for bad or loving yourself too much for good decisions, is finding a balance, is saying, if you focus so much on the food, you're giving the food more power. And if you just quit focusing so much on it and wrapping your happiness and your self-worth up in what you're eating, if it was good or bad, then you're going to find that you're a lot happier, and you could focus on other things in your life. Educating yourself about nutrition, educating yourself about for your body size and what your goals are, what is a reasonable calorie range, a high and a low. And then 80% of the time, eating more of the good stuff, less of the bad. I should say more nourishing, healthy whole foods, and less of the processed foods. And the results that you get from 80% adherence to a healthy diet versus 100% are not that big of a difference. For general population, you're going to feel good, look good, and you have that 20% for error or for mistakes and slip-ups. But, a wise man once said, if you were driving your car somewhere and you got a flat tire, would you get out and slash the other 3? And of course, that's absurd, right? You would get out and fix the flat. And that's what you do with the diet. If you're staying on a healthy diet and you're getting good results, and you slip up and you have a little bit of junk food, or you're on the run and you're just famished because you didn't have enough meal prep beforehand, and you slip up, you don't just throw it all out the window, in essence, slashing the other 3 tires. You get back on the horse. Don't beat yourself up. It happens to the best of us. It happened to me last night. My fiance and I had a binge junk food night, and we just ate the junk food that was in the house and what we wanted, and watched some television and relaxed. But it was just one meal or if you call it a meal. And it didn't feel physically that great after, because I don't usually eat that stuff, but it was fun, and it was a treat. It wasn't like a nightly habit like it was when I was a kid. So it's a big issue, guys. A lot of people struggle with it. It allowed my intense heart and hyper focus and desire to help people led me to do an MTV show years ago called I Used to Be Fat. Did a few seasons of that, and it was a lot of fun. Got to work a little bit with Biggest Loser. But if you guys have questions about this kind of stuff, or you want to see me do content on it, leave me a comment. Let me know. If your particular situation, if you want me to do a video on it, I would love to. Because the thing is that a lot of people don't want to be that vulnerable, but I encourage you to be vulnerable, and let me speak to it, and maybe I can help you. And it'll help you, but it'll also help a lot of other people as well. But you can do it privately with me, or we can do it public with a video. Of course, you can be anonymous if you choose to be so, but don't give up, you guys. Stay in the fight. And if I can help one person out there, then doing content like this and maybe future videos on eating and having a healthy relationship with food, as it pertains to your health and getting good results, then I'm all for it. So guys, I hope you're well. Leave me a comment. Love to help you out. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you again soon.